we're going to talk a little bit about kefir today, and I'm going to show you how I do it and tell you a little bit about it, because kefir is one of my very, very favorite things to make. Kefir is essentially fermented milk. Now, the kefir I make, I use whole milk with. You could use whole milk, 1%, whatever type of milk you use. Whole milk kefir is the thickest, and then as you go down, it's just a little bit thinner. We just prefer and drink mostly whole milk, so that's what I use. I have read online that you can make coconut milk kefir. I tried it one time, we did not like it, so I have not made it again. I have read that it's not very successful with using other kinds of milk like almond milk or rice milk or that type of thing. There are several different kinds of kefir starters. I use kefir grains. I'll show them to you in just a second. They can be used indefinitely as long as you don't kill them. And how do you kill them? You don't feed them because they are alive. It's alive! And you have to feed them. They eat the lactose, the sugar in the milk, and it ferments and gets thick. So I'll show you that in a second. You can buy kefir starters that are dehydrated grains, and you rehydrate them yourself, and then you can use them indefinitely. I've seen people sell their grains on Etsy, so it's really not hard to find kefir grains. The best way is to find a friend. I keep my friends supplied with kefir grains because for some reason my friends always kill their kefir grains. This is one of the few things that I can actually keep alive. I've had these for almost 3 years. So you can buy a packet of kefir starter. Bread Baker sells them. I've seen them other places. All you do is you empty that down into your milk. You can, I think, reuse that 7 times before you have to get another one. So it's not indefinite. I prefer the kefir grains. It makes the most sense to me. You can buy kefir in the store, plain or flavored. It is rather expensive, so the cheapest way is to make your own kefir. Like I said, it's fermented milk. Now, I use mine to make smoothies. I use it in anything that calls for buttermilk, so I never have to buy buttermilk anymore. We just use the kefir, and it makes really awesome biscuits, waffles, cornbread. Thank you, Jesus. I think, and I'm saying again. Here we go. This is kefir. I am making a quart at a time right now. It takes 1 tablespoon of grains to 1 cup of milk. You'll see people tell you different ratios. That's what I found works best for me. So I've got about 1/4 of a cup of grains right now, so I can ferment 4 cups of milk. And we do go through it pretty quick because I make smoothies every day. The kefir is full of healthy bacteria that you need in your gut to keep you healthy and to ward off sickness and disease. And it's not some kind of miracle thing or whatever, but it does make us feel better, and I can tell a difference in our health when we're drinking it every day. So I've got about 1/4 a cup of grains in here, 4 cups of whole milk. I put the grains in the bottom of the jar, and then I will fill up the jar with milk and let it sit 24 hours. In the summertime when it's really hot, you don't need to let it sit that long. It might take only 12. I just always let mine ferment 24 hours because I don't have to babysit it, and I don't have to, I didn't drain my kefir grains. So I just always let mine ferment 24 hours. It's going to get thick and jiggly in here. And then after your 24 hours, I have a funnel because I'm a huge mess maker. So I put my funnel down in my jar to strain and my strainer on top. Some people say don't use a metal strainer, use a cloth strainer. I've been using this metal strainer for 3 years. My kefir grains are still kicking. So I'm going to pour this little by little through my strainer. Now, you'll see it strain through the bottom. If it's very thick kefir, you have to stir it a little bit with your spatula to get it to go through the strainer, but then that's going to make it nice and smooth down in the bottom. So then I'm just going to strain it all out. Stir it, help it go down. The strainer keeps your kefir grains in the top. Everybody should be owning a spatula. If you don't, stop, go out and get one right now. I use this thing like crazy. Now, I've stirred all my milk down into the bottom. As you can see, there's about 1/4 of a cup left, and that's my grain volume that didn't transfer. I don't wash my jar every time, maybe about once a week, because I'm just going to be refilling it right back up. Now, they look like cottage cheese, and they look a little weird, I'm not going to lie. And when you touch them with your fingers, and you will want to because you're weird like me, and you'll try to, they're kind of squishy and kind of weird, almost like flubber. But that's what they look like. So if they look like cottage cheese, don't freak out. That's what it's supposed to look like. So I've strained all these through. I'm going to put my grains back in to my jar. Boop, 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 boop. And I'm going to put this stuff back over here and make a mess probably. Brr. Now I will put this, lid it, and put it in the refrigerator. It will keep a month or more, but we don't have that problem because I can't keep mine more than a few days. Used for anything, you'd use buttermilk. Makes great smoothies. You can even substitute it for regular milk in recipes. You're going to get the most benefit for your health whenever you drink it raw instead of heating it up. So I'll put that in the refrigerator. It'll be good for a while. And then I will drop my lid and fill this back all the way up to the top. And I like to put a coffee filter and rubber band over mine just so it can get some air. You could use cheesecloths, or you can even put a lid on it. Just don't put it too tight. I just like mine to get a lot of air. So I will set that. I'll check it again in 24 hours and I will strain it. If you need to put your grains on vacation, you'll take them out and strain it just like you did this and put them in a little jar. Just barely cover them with milk and stick them in the refrigerator. You need to drain the milk off and give them new milk about every 1 to 2 weeks, or they will die and you will have no more kefir grains and you'll have to bum them from your friends again. Well, that's about it. If you have any questions about kefir, let me know. It's one of the best things that you can do on a new food journey for your health to make you feel better, and it's super easy as I just showed you. And if I can kill a cactus but keep kefir alive, anybody can do kefir. So that's it, and let me know if you have any questions.